I'm gonna give you one simple drink you'd want to choose every single day for the health of your liver, and how in 2 weeks you can reduce the amount of fat built up inside of your liver by almost 50%. After living good, do I really have fat built up in my liver? Unfortunately, especially in the United States, in developed areas of the world, yes, unequivocally, yes. Now, some of it's coming from alcohol intake, where it creates this process of lipogenesis inside of the liver because of the amount of alcohol, the amount of sugars, and the amount of obstruction that alcohol can create backs the liver up. The liver has to process and filter a lot more, creates fat in there. So that is one scenario if you are a drinker and you're having more than a couple drinks a day or a couple of drinks a week, you are increasing the amount of fat in your liver. Now, all of us will have some of it in there, but we're really exaggerating it now with the way that we eat. Overconsumption has now exploded the non-alcoholic fatty liver disease. And it is said that even skinny people are dealing with this, because you'd think it would be those that are obese, which would absolutely be the case. You're not only storing fat on your belly, you're storing it in your liver. And 30% of America plus is obese, let alone around the world. 70% being overweight. So if you have excess weight on your belly, you can rest assured there is some in your liver. But if you're skinny, 25%. But even if you are skinny, it is found, and some studies show that more people that are skinny have fatty liver problems than those that are overweight. So this really comes down to the quality of our food, because clearly you could lower calories and lose weight, but does that make you healthy? Clearly you could go on some kind of crash diet, or you could approach your consumption a certain way, but does that make you healthier? So we really want to talk about, what are your favorite foods that your liver has? What are your liver's favorite foods? One simple drink, and then how you can begin this process in just 14 days. In fact, research shows tomorrow you could have improvement in the amount of fat in your liver, even if your waistline doesn't change, how you can reduce this very, very quickly. Now, some warning signs that you might have fatty liver. They usually, you can't tell. It just creeps up on you. And you could have stiffness inside your system. I believe if you are stiff and achy and just inflamed, your liver probably has extra fat in it. It can give you right-sided pain, where it kind of comes up through the back and the shoulder, around the ribs, right under in the front under the ribs. If you kind of push up into there, might be more tender than normal for some. And then just fatigue, because your body is spending so much time trying to filter the blood, and it's really overworking because the liver has fat instead of healthy cells, that you get exhausted very easily. So what can you do to take this down in just 2 weeks? Well, the number one way that they found is in a fabulous study, I put it down below, where they showed if they lowered the carbohydrate intake significantly, under 50 grams a day, people lost liver fat quickly. You see, what happens when your body goes into fat burning mode as opposed to sugar burning mode, and I'll let you decipher which one you are, a sugar burner or fat burner. When you put yourself into fat burning mode, you are fueling your vehicle with fat. You are abstaining as much as possible from carbohydrates. And the less that you fill your body with carbohydrates, the more your body is forced to find a different fuel source, which is typically going to pick fat. It can turn protein into carbohydrates, which is typically why you don't want to overdo protein, but you want to force your body into that fat burning mode, right? Well, the first place that your body starts to synthesize and break down fat, you guessed it, your liver, not your belly first, not your stubborn thigh or your arm or your double chin. It goes to the liver first. This is when, in the study, within 2 weeks, people lost 43% of the fat from their liver, and their waistline and their weight hardly changed. How's this possible? Well, you started to break down that fat, you maintained or kept muscle, and this little area right here usually doesn't make an appearance difference, but it's the first reserve and store that your body's going to start cleaning out first. That's great news for you. You can see why it's one of the areas that gets attacked and bloated with. The liver is an area where fat deposits very quickly, but it's also where it gets burnt up very quickly. So this is very hopeful. What do? Lowering the carbohydrate content. You don't have to lower calorie content. You can still eat a lot of fats. The people in the study were eating 3,000 calories a day, but they curbed the number of carbohydrates going in. And so I like to use a process called rotational fasting for this. We teach this in our challenges, where we walk people through how to change and clean up their nutrition when you eat real food and you eat clean foods and you focus on getting healthy foods in. You get healthy and you lose weight. You don't lose weight and then get healthy. So we clean up the eating through 5 simple guidelines that anyone following any meal plan can do. And then we work in not just intermittent fasting, which you can plateau with, but rotational fasting of challenging your body and working in some cleansing. I actually put a link for training on that below, where you can get more information on how to do rotational fasting. But that's be the fastest way to clean up that liver, and then following a clean eating plan. They found in the study that not only did the fat go away, but the liver markers like alkaline phosphatase is a big one that you can watch on your blood work to know if you are having damage happening to your liver. And those numbers decreased within a 14-day period of time. They even saw significant differences after 1 day. So a clean eating approach involved with rotational fasting would be a great start to start relieving your liver. Now, what is your liver hungry for? Bioflavonoids and antioxidants. And the easiest, most bioavailable food that you have in your grocery store, possibly on your counter or in your fridge right now, is lemon juice. Lemons in water, fresh squeeze is the best way to go to get the most nutrients out of it, have a high amount of bioflavonoids. Now, what they found in studies, and this link is below, is the bioflavonoids was attached to the outside of the liver and galvanize the liver from toxins that it's getting exposed to. So it's kind of a defense system outside of the liver, keeping toxins away, and then they start to bind the toxins housed in the fat that are inside the liver. So these bioflavonoids begin a cleansing process and a protecting process in your liver by simply drinking a glass of fresh squeezed lemon with water to start your day. How simple is that? You can do that. I do it. Squeeze a lemon, scoop out the seeds so I don't swallow them, and I just fill the cup up with water. I do about 12 ounces with one fresh lemon every morning. Your liver is gonna love it. Now, as a bonus, your liver also loves milk thistle. So milk thistle is a plant that is really high in a compound called silymarin. Now, silymarin attaches itself as well, just similar to the bioflavonoids, but to a higher extent to the outside of that liver for protection of the liver, as well as the compounds inside the liver. And it is going to enhance glutathione. See, it prevents it from breaking down. Why that matters is glutathione is one of the most powerful street sweepers your body has. It is a mega, super antioxidant. And milk thistle protects glutathione to continue to do its job to remove toxins from your system, which would be extremely important for overconsumption, too much sugar, too much fructose, hitting the liver, overconsuming, creating the fat, which is housing a bunch of different toxins, bogging down your liver, depleting your energy, making you feel fatigued. So a bonus food that your liver loves is milk thistle. Studies show between 150 and 400 milligrams a day is a great dosage to be taking, and you should see results in the liver within 90 to 120 days. Now, the quick response, cut the carbohydrates. The friendly nourishment, lemon water. And the longer term protection, milk thistle. Now, the milk thistle we actually put in our collagen protein, and I did that because I can take and get my collagen protein, I can get my multivitamins with it, and it also comes with that milk thistle and another one that helps the liver, which is glucomannan, by keeping the sugars down. So on a daily basis, I'm getting that gentle protection of the liver with those herbs while consuming my lemon water in the morning. And by the way, I usually skip breakfast and just have that. So then I'm curbing consumption. All of this is designed to protect the great filter inside our body, which is our liver. Now, there are a few more foods that the liver loves to consume. If you want to know about its other favorite foods, check out this video right here so you can keep protecting one of the most important organs in your body. Check it out.